Comme photo NTA11 kenda swan bok ukwe ise no mboni ado fon to go mebion anye kereke nesten eke no economy iradi ri san pe mpo ke won photo NTA makene ni to fon were mi asan ya ikum bok wisdom
bong mofat ado wosiki woida ikom ni to fon were mi kini akedisem NTA ki wore dai woro fa utemodo elda chiru loka etemo farama komobo kedo bon obafemie wolowo akasiak NTA ki swa 1959 ki kpere di enkete Western Region ndien keke siak ake kwa ibum ki swa 1988 mbona mye di enkete itie mo ke ko akedo nko kombok ndien akombok John Paul Lomana amado komom musung na ai kombok ewed enyongado sembono weti ekufoise ke studio ema do kon dito fongwe debo kani tie sinangake mention dutam ndion kitie di ongete master control room ado mitie se prefen go senanga awo nombon sinautum de ndione nam yang bonowo etie ekufo mo kereket eket kitie di ongete editing unit ema do kon dito fongwe mi ebanga na asisio mendu sese wi mi yeme ndione benenye se ebenenam yagasanga muyowo ke patre di namado misena weke di mi ema wot esrekom upon we di ongete nesom nursery and primary ada ke yo foide ke fa ebon mo itong ki koro bidoku kuyo mi kuyo wisdom Jacob akombok NTA
okangen tembok ngena trero kibibium fan succès qui comme bakara et tu vas monter mais des ben bromende kai so diano bok me mo fo tumba to kende bano visio kan komni ba me yeno ka ken ne sere.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on the AM News. I am Edidion Ibas. Less than 6 months into the life of Governor Dumi Manuel's administration, electricity supply in some parts of Akwa Ibom State has improved. In this special report, reporter examines the efforts made so far to achieve uninterrupted electricity supply in the state.
Electricity is one of the major problems confronting the nation. Both federal and state governments over the years have been battling with power supply. This is against the background that electricity is a driving force of all other economic activities. To this end, no responsible government will ignore investments in the power sector. Akwa Ibom State, desirable to create wealth for the people through the industrialization policy, has developed
more than 10 times what the telecom sector is holding. And that means that the meter consumption is going to be massive, even only for the south side and southeast. So what are we doing? As I'm talking to you right now, there is a manufacturing line that is coming up. The design is up. We've just acquired the land. In the next 2 weeks, I should be doing the groundbreaking for a meter assembly plant in Akwa Ibom. So that we can also tap into the opportunities in the power sector. But people should also be able to work there. We should be able to also create wealth for people.
Apart from attracting investment by the establishment of electricity meter manufacturing plant, Governor Dumi Manuel said old electric wire infrastructures in the state are undergoing replacements to enable the electric cables carry or convey the capacity of energy being generated by the state electricity project, the Ibom Power Company.
I have the gas to generate 685. Bring your money, come and do 500. When he brings his money to do 500, automatically we will meet our installed capacity of the 191. Meanwhile, I brought this money of actually partnering with them. What I would tell would be that if we generate that, we should have more than enough to give our industrial parks, consume domestically, carry on with our small and medium scale enterprise scheme, and meet our industrialization policy without totally relying on the federal government. There is no how, as I said, we want to build in mind, and we think every day and every month, if we don't go to Abuja, we cannot survive as a state.
It is believed that when the government of Governor Odum Emmanuel matches the lofty power plans with complementary political will, Akwa Ibom State will no doubt be the safe industrialization heaven for investors. In Uyo, Edidion Iba.
The head of service of Akwa Ibom State, Mrs. Ekerabong, has advised civil servants to be passionate and committed in the discharge of their duties. She stated these during a reception in her honor at Chair Grace Auditorium, Uyo. Nsika Okon has the report.
The head of civil service at Akwa Ibom State, Mrs. Ekerabong, was ushered in by family members and friends amidst cheers. The newly sworn-in head of civil service, Mrs. Akpan, thanked the state governor, Mr. Dom Gabriel Emmanuel, for giving her the opportunity to serve and sue for the support of the civil servants in the state for an effective service delivery.
And during this period, I don't want to do it alone. I intend to have a teamwork approach. That everybody will have a voice. Everybody. If you have an idea as to what we can do to make the service work, please say it.
Guests at the occasion including General Manager, Nigerian Television Authority, Elder Chidi Uluka, representatives from various establishments in the state civil service, affirmed that Governor Odom Emmanuel choice was right by placing a square peg in a square hole. They expressed the hope that she will give Akwa Ibom State civil service a new look.
And God chooses who. I am grateful to God, very happy that God has chosen her.
We are so very, very thankful for the great thing God has done in our midst.
At the expiration of her tenure, you'll be glad and you'll be proud that yes, after all, she emerged, she was appointed this day as the head of service.
From establishment.
Mrs. Ekerabong until her appointment was the Permanent Secretary, Hospital Management Board. In Uyo, Nsika Okon, NTA.
There has been an improvement in the evacuation and disposal of waste within Uyo, the Akwa State capital. Evelyn Badueko, who visited some streets, reports that members of the Environmental Protection and Waste Management were evacuating receptacle sites.
A drive round some parts of the city center shows that the streets and environs of densely populated areas were relatively clean. Members of the Akwa Ibom State Waste Agency were on hand performing their duties of evacuating receptacles along some major streets. At Johnson, Atiku, Upom, Itam and Akaitinan roads, most of the receptacles seen were empty, while a few others were waiting to be emptied. Some residents around the areas who commented on the need to keep their environs clean suggested means to improve on sanitation of their environment.
They're really trying. They come every day, including now they have come and they have gone.
Definitely in my area, the evacuation of waste, the people that is doing it has done very well. They clean the road and has been well perfect. The government has to help us. We need enough receptacle for more waste to be filled on, because the one that is presently here is not enough for the masses.
Others who commented appraised the reintroduction of the monthly sanitation, which has helped increase the aesthetics of the city capital.
The monthly sanitation is kind of additional help to the government. Let everybody stand and make everyone stay neat and be clean.
Efforts to speak to the Director of Waste Management Disposal within the state capital proved abortive as he was not on seat. In Uyo, Evelyn Badueko, NTA News.
4 persons have been reported dead following an attack by people suspected to be militants at T Junction connecting Ibionibum and its local government areas of Akwa Ibom State. The member representing Ibionibum State constituency, Mr. Ime Okon, presented these on the floor of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly as a matter of urgent public importance while calling for immediate action. Assembly correspondent Ifoma Ihoje tells us more.
Mr. Imo Okon, who came under Order 2, Rule 4, Sub 1 of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Standing Order, moved a motion calling on the police and other security agencies to take urgent steps to ensure the protection of lives and property and to maintain permanent security at Okobedi Junction Market. The member representing Ibionibum State constituency, Mr. Imo Okon, explained that the hoodlums came through Itu River to attack the community, noting that this has occurred 3 times concurrently.
That's why we are calling the security agents to take immediate steps to arrest the situation so that the people could return to their place and continue with their businesses.
Other members will express the danger such an attack portends for the investors, especially in the car assembling plants at Itu local government area, called on the Marine Police and other security agencies to beef up security in the area to forestall further occurrence.
To direct government agencies to hire Aqua gunboats or hire them to patrol the river, to also call on them to take the life and property on the land.
We need to take an urgent action by making sure the relevant security agencies are trusted to check the loss of land and property that have been recorded so far.
In another development, a bill for a law to protect the physically challenged persons against all forms of discrimination and to provide equal opportunities in all aspects of living in the society, sponsored by 12 legislators led by member representing Nsurubium State constituency, Mr. Onofiok Luke, has passed the second reading.
It is necessary for us to have a legal framework to be able to assist them in catering for those with people living with disabilities.
Also, a motion brought in pursuant to Order 3, Rule 1 of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Standing Order 2011, as adopted by the 6th Assembly by member representing Suratai State Constituency, Mr. Mark Esset, on putting a stop to the abuse of traditional injunction by village heads was stepped down on the grounds of Order 3, Rule 2, Sub 1 of the Standing Order, which says that a motion must be written and signed. The motion is to be represented in the next plenary. The House is adjourned to reconvene on Tuesday, November 17, 2015. From the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Ifoma Ihoje, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 12 has been commended for its optimal performance of informing, educating, and entertaining the public. The latest of such commendation came from the pupils of Nathan Nazarene Primary School, who were in the station on an excursion.
Public Relations Officer, Mr. Mforobong Moffat, on behalf of the General Manager, Elder Chiru Luka. Mr. Moffat informed the pupils that NTA is a broadcast outfit established in 1959 in the Western Region by Chief Obafemi Awolowo and was established in Akwa Ibom State in 1988. The first point of call for the pupils was the newsroom, where John Paul Alumona explained the rudiments of news gathering, writing and airing to them. At the studio, the pupils were told that it is used for both live and recorded programs, as well as master control room, where signals are being received through monitors and sent to viewers at home with the aid of a transmitter. Also, at the editing unit, they were educated on how unwanted pictures are removed and merged with audio. At the end of the exercise, the visitors have this to say.
Deeply appreciate all the staff and management of Nigeria Television Authority for receiving us into your department and also to be a part of what is happening. We deeply appreciate all the staff and management of Nigeria Television Authority for receiving us into your department.
I have learned a lot, and the fourth step that we entered, we learned of different units, departments in a NTA. So we are grateful for accepting us
Nelson Nursery and Primary School is located at number 20 Ebon Itong Street, Ikorebidoku, Uyo, in Uyo. Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
Now to sports. Football fans in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, have continued to applaud the Under-17 world champions, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria, for retaining the position in that category with the victory. The Golden Eaglets have made history as the first team to lift the trophy for the 5th time. Sports correspondent John Paul Alumuna, who sampled the opinion of football fans, reports on this and other stories.
The Golden Eagles of Nigeria Monday morning defeated African Under-17 champions Mali 2-0 to lift the FIFA Under-17 World Cup back-to-back after winning the 2013 edition in the United Arab Emirates. Second half goals from Victor Osimhen and Funsho Bambiboye gave Nigeria the coveted trophy in Chile.
To put the Eaglets in the lead on 56 minutes.
And so it's a great ball, and it's been absolutely buried. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. But Nigeria might be in again here. They are. It's 2-0. Buried by Funsho Bambiboye.
Golden Eagles captain Kelechi Nwakoli won the Adidas Golden Ball as the most valuable player in the tournament and Bronze Boot for being the third highest goal scorer. Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen won the Golden Boot award as the highest goal scorer in the tournament and also made his mark as the only player to have scored 10 goals in the history of the Under-17 World Cup tournament. The Nigerian team scored a total of 23 goals in the tournament to emerge the sharpest attacking side of the competition. Football fans said the team's victory in Chile is well deserved.
It's a new era for Nigeria to see some talented players that can showcase this country in future. So all I want to say is that Nigerians should do everything possible to guide these boys so that they will not be distracted. But I think with this winning is a good thing that happened to Nigeria.
Moving them to that category and finding some other good players to join alongside with them to really help Nigeria football, because 17 now, in the next 10 years, they should be ruling Nigerian football. But if you allow them scattered all over, I mean, you will not even find anyone. Even the last one that won.
Meanwhile, as the Super Eagles prepared to tackle Swaziland in the 2018 World Cup qualifier, the team's camp has come alive with the arrival of Chelsea midfielder John Mikel Obi and Manchester City starlet Kelechi Iheanacho. Super Eagles of Nigeria will play Swaziland on Friday. For sports update, John Paul Alumuna, NTA News.
A quick look at the weather forecast for today, Wednesday, November 11, 2015, indicates that the morning period will be mostly cloudy at 23 degrees Celsius. The afternoon period will be slightly rainy at 31 degrees Celsius, while the evening period again will be mostly cloudy at 25 degrees Celsius. Just before we end, another look at our major stories. Correspondent on special assignment has taken a look at electricity supply in Uyo 6 months into the Governor Udumi Emmanuel-led administration. Head of Service of Akwa Ibom State, Mrs. Ekerobong Akpan, has advised all civil servants to be passionate and committed in the discharge of their duties. You also heard in the news that 4 persons have been reported dead following an attack by people suspected to be militants at T Junction connecting Ibionibum and into local government areas of the state. And that's the news. But just before we go, impunity breeds impunity and feeds into a vicious circle. Stop every crime, particularly the ones against members of the 4th estate of the REM, the journalists. That's our message for you this morning. Have a beautiful day. Join us again at 7. Good morning.